Ladies and gentlemen, when you go out to vote, you make a choice about who will represent you, who will fight for you, and who will be your voice in the corridors of power. Unfortunately, a pattern is emerging, and instead of debate, all we have seen are disruptions. Remember, it takes an estimated 2.5 lakh rupees per minute to run the parliament. Every hour, every minute wasted is your hard-earned money. For 8 days of the monsoon session, the parliament was barely functioning. The horror of Manipur has shaken the soul of this nation. Shouldn't it be discussed? Shouldn't we get answers and accountability? Instead, all we get is chanting and sloganeering. Today, the centre initiated a short discussion on Manipur in Rajya Sabha, but the opposition disrupted the House, insisting on a discussion under Rule 267, which has been a thorny issue. The centre now has hit back with a fact check for the opposition. Finance Minister has flashed a list of 11 opposition MPs who had agreed for a short duration discussion on the issue. They now say that the opposition's crocodile tears are exposed over their repeated discussions. Listen.
They're all people from the opposition who wanted it under 176. Now, on that very 176, we have agreed and included all their names. विपक्ष अब तक जो मणिपुर के ऊपर crocodile tears shed कर रहे थे.
इतने सारे माननीय सदस्यों ने ये चर्चा मांगने के बाद 176 में एडमिट किया गया. उसकी आज तारीख तय करी गई क्योंकि विपक्ष रोज पार्लियामेंट को चलने नहीं दे रहे.
Meanwhile, TMC's Derek O'Brien led opposition's acerbic attack on the Prime Minister for what he said is Prime Minister's arrogance in refusing to address the Parliament. Listen in.
Mr. Prime Minister, who the do you think you are? Pandit Nehru has come and spoken in Rajya Sabha on a serious subject and participated in the debate. Atal Bihari Vajpayee has come and discussed the subject in the Rajya Sabha. Dr. Manmohan Singh has come, and even Mr. Rajiv Gandhi came and discussed Bofors when he was falsely accused. He had the guts to come and discuss Bofors in the Rajya Sabha. 4 examples I've given you. And Mr. Prime Minister, you're so arrogant. You have a heart of stone. The women and children of Manipur, the people of Manipur are suffering. They don't want a Maggie noodles 2-minute discussion, 2 घंटा का discussion. ये नहीं चलेगा. We want a full-fledged discussion.
बीजेपी की तरफ से भी सारे सत्तारूढ़, बीजेपी की तरफ से भी सारे सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी के जितने घटक दल है, वो भी सारे मणिपुर की दौरा करें. जैसे हम लोग किए हैं, उनसे हमसे ज़्यादा गठबंधन की उनकी सदस्य है. सबको लेकर वो भी चले और मणिपुर की दौरा करें, क्योंकि मणिपुर की जो आज हालात है इसको जायजा लेना सबके लिए जरूरी है.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
So the big question is, who is not allowing this debate? Who is stalling Manipur Ki Baat? Let's open this up. We have R.P. Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. Dr. Ranganathan continues to be with us on the broadcast. Author Sanjay Jha joins us as well. We have Trajan D'mello, spokesperson of TMC, and A. Sarvanan, national spokesperson of the DMK. Good evening to all of you. Mr. D'mello, I want to come to you first. The finance minister has lashed out at the opposition, saying that 11 MPs were ready to discuss. What happened? Why did they run away from the debate? What changed?
The finance minister should take care of the economical situation. She should not get dragged into this. Suddenly, they talk about the home minister is prepared to answer. The home minister is now quiet. Home minister, what is the credibility of the home minister? Then finally we said this is all jumlas. The question is, the Supreme Court today has made it so very clear. This is an unprecedented situation. The Prime Minister, who is supposed to be answerable to the Parliament, is more busy on Mann Ki Baat. What is he exactly trying to do? Such a sensitive issue where people are lost their houses, and you are even the Chief Minister, Mr. Biren Singh, admitted that he has failed and therefore he agreed to give his resignation. But that was a tactic because he was directed to resign. But he created a drama and stalled his resignation. The central government cannot dare to sack him because he will spill the beans as to who gave the wink and who gave the nod for all this to burn. Now, further, to add to the confusion, to add to the confirmation that the government has failed, the union government empowers CBI. It is not one case to look into the whole affair of the state. The entire law and order of the state has been collapsed.
Mr. D'mello, are you saying that only the Prime Minister's statement in the House is going to resolve the issue? Because the centre says that we want to discuss Manipur, it's a sensitive subject, and multiple occasions. On multiple occasions, the centre said they are ready for a debate. It's the opposition which is stalling it.
There is no debate. It is an assurance from the Prime Minister, who seems to be behind this. Otherwise, they are hiding away. He's got time for Mann Ki Baat. When the Supreme Court says this is an unprecedented matter, does he not have a heart? He has a heart of stone. He's not bothered.
RP Singh, respond to that. Even the Supreme Court today did not buy the argument that, one should look into other cases as well that are happening in Bengal and Chhattisgarh. The court said, yes, these are crime against women. They are all serious in nature, of course. But Manipur is an unprecedented situation.
Well, first let me make it clear that Home Minister, when he speaks on behalf of the cabinet. Is a collective leadership, and when any leader.
What is the credibility of the Home Minister?
I'm sorry, I mean that's what they do in Parliament also.
He's the Home Minister of the nation. You're saying he has no credibility?
What's your credibility? Who are you?
Because after he's only got to.
Who are you?
What the Prime Minister?
What's the credibility of your Chief Minister? What's your credibility of your Chief Minister?
I'm not making a charge.
Who is reprimanded by the court every now and then?
Mr. Singh, finish your point.
Yeah, thank you. Because I was interrupted, I never interpret. That's the new style of their functioning. They do the same in their Parliament also. They want the Prime Minister to answer the debate. Last session, let's see what happened in the Parliament. The Prime Minister was speaking and they kept chanting slogans and they kept shouting slogans. Well, is that the decorum of the House? When Parliament speaks, the opposition will chant slogans and shout slogans. So,
the opposition is saying they need an assurance from the Prime Minister. They want an assurance from the Prime Minister. Why is that assurance not coming in?
Swati, as I was telling you that when Minister speaks, there's just something related to finance. A gentleman just now said that why shall Nirmala Sitharaman, madam should speak? She's a finance minister. Oh, obviously the finance minister will speak about finance as a subject, but she can always comment on this, all your gimmicks. But if you hold finance minister to speak for subject on finance, then the Home Minister will speak on the internal security issue. And this is not like, as I was telling you, 2012, there were more than 4 lakh people displaced in Assam because of the Bodoland and the local Muslim clash, and more than 100 people died. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was the member parliament from the Assam, but he never uttered a word in the Parliament. It was the State Home Minister who gave an answer on behalf of the government. Earlier also, 1993, I have many instances where the State Home Minister went there for a few days and the other State Home Minister came and replied in the House. So, it's the collective leadership.
Mr. Saravanan, respond to that, because RP Singh is saying while you're questioning the Prime Minister and you want the Prime Minister to give a statement in both the houses, why don't you talk about 1990 when under the Congress regime in Manipur, only the Minister of State for Home, Rajesh Pilot, replied to the Parliament and no one else. Why did the Prime Minister not speak then? How do you respond to that?
Yeah. Are you saying protect every woman or don't protect anyone at all? This is the words of the Chief Justice of our country, which is reverberating across the country. The whataboutery of the BJP has been put to place. Sir. There is no doubt that the kind of situation that is in Manipur, that has happened in the Manipur in the last 3 years, has never ever happened in any Indian state. So please let us not conflate or let us not compare what is happening now to 1990. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh answered the Parliament when there was this appointment of the CBC Commissioner Thomas. He went, he came, the BJP demanded answers from the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh, answered. He answered on the coal block files missing. He answered on the
But still,
Sir, have some
Home
tolerance.
Minister is prepared
I know
to
you
answer
are
all your
intolerant.
questions.
You are
are
from
not
an
prepared to listen
intolerant
to the Home
party.
Minister.
You are from an intolerant ideology.
No.
Allow
What
me
do
to
you mean
speak.
intolerant?
It's your chance,
Yeah,
not mine.
when your
It's my chance, not your chance.
co-panelist was haggling me.
Swati, can you
Okay,
interfere?
Mr. Singh, now allow him to
You
finish.
never told him that don't do
Let
that.
him make his point. Let him make his point.
Yes. Mr. Manmohan Singh was a brave Prime Minister. Probably he had 1 or 2 inches, 112 inches of chest. That is why he was able to face the parliament, answer the questions. The same thing. I am asking, everyone in this country is asking, what is important for the Prime Minister? Does not the anger, anguish, pain, sorrow, hurt of the Manipuri people affect the Prime Minister? Can he not offer solace to them, at least by his words? We know that he is not going to go there. We know he has not taken any action. The MP's delegation which visited there found out that the situation is
So while you
still
say
the
no
same.
action has been
It's very
taken, the government claims that more than 15 meetings were held, additional doctors were deployed, immediate financial package of 101.75 crore provided for relief and rehabilitation of the people in shelter camps, and students were airlifted. Central government took prompt action since 3rd May. No deaths reported after 18th of July. But Dr. Anand Ranganathan, the opposition says that we want an assurance from the Prime Minister. And in fact, they also went to the extent of saying that, this is a reflection of the Prime Minister's arrogance, that the opposition keeps on demanding him to talk inside the parliament and he does not.
I'll answer that, Swati, I'll answer that.
Yes, thank you so much. So, Mr. Saravanan, I have been waiting, I have been listening very patiently. I did not interrupt you.
No.
Did I interrupt you, sir?
You have been waiting, I know. Answer this. Swati, 10 seconds to me. You have asked me
No,
questions.
no 10 seconds to you.
Mr. Saravanan, I give you your time. Let others make a point and I can always come back to you for a rebuttal.
I am quoting
Yes.
from...
The least you can do is to be polite and ask for 10 seconds from me. If you want to do that, say please.
Sir,
can I have 10 seconds? I'll give you 10 seconds.
Stooges of RSS don't speak about politeness. Stooges of RSS don't preach.
Okay. No personal comments, no personal jibes, please. Let's stay on the topic. Dr. Ranganathan.
Yes, number one, this is the guy who talks of tolerance and intolerance. Swati, you want others to speak from my time? Please go ahead and tell them. They can take my time.
Go ahead, doctor.
Yes. This is the guy from DMK who is teaching others tolerance when at the drop of a hat, the police under him arrested one Mr. Badri Sheshastri, a well-known writer and publisher, just because he said something that was perceived to be against Supreme Court and the Chief Justice on Manipur. And he's teaching others tolerance. Is there any shame left in Mr. Saravanan? Now, number two, Swati, I have already said that the Prime Minister...
The judge remanded
Swati,
him.
we cannot have this.
Remanded him.
Mr. Saravanan, please. Mr. Saravanan, let him finish his point.
If such people with... yes.
No, he asked me. He challenged me. I'll have
Swati,
to answer.
Swati,
I'll come to you for a rebuttal. I'll give you your time.
Yes, please fade him out like his political career. Now, Swati, 2 points to make. Number one, I have already said from the very beginning that the Prime Minister should have spoken not just now, but 2 months ago. Even now, I disagree with my good friend Mr. R.P. Singh when he says last time Prime Minister spoke, there was a lot of disturbance. I don't care. Other people can walk out. Prime Minister can address the silence in the House, but he must address, because when he addresses and gives the facts, the double speak of the opposition will be outed. I don't know why the Prime Minister is not speaking. And number three, I completely disagree with what the Chief Justice has said. He has made a distinction between the violent crimes that are happening in Manipur and what he says are violent crimes that are happening, sectarian and other communal strife in other places are not happening. He is completely wrong. He should read the Calcutta High Court castigation of the Trajan D'mello, the person there, his party. Calcutta High Court had said that in the post-poll violence...
Quickly after Sanjay Jha, I will take a rebuttal from others. Sanjay Jha, Dr. Ranganathan says if the Prime Minister speaks in the House, then the opposition's double standard will be exposed. That's what the BJP also keeps maintaining. BJP says, why are you not talking about other states? Why are you not talking about West Bengal? You are not allowing the Parliament to function. You're setting a condition which is wrong.
Swati, my answer is in addition to what Mr. D'mello and Mr. Saravanan have already pointed out, and I totally agree with both my colleagues on the panel. Let me add 2 points here. Number one, Dr. Manmohan Singh was also the Prime Minister of India. We all know what happened during the horrific Nirbhaya case. Dr. Manmohan Singh did not need anybody to tell him to speak not just in parliament, but he spoke to the people of India in a direct televised appearance. Look at the difference between Dr. Manmohan Singh and a prime minister who's running away, who's literally running away. I agree with Anand. He's dodging, running, circumventing, deflecting. I mean, is this a prime minister of the world's largest democracy when women are being gang raped? And look at the state of Manipur. It's a shame. And just because he's the prime minister, you're supposed to sit on the show and say, you're the lord and master of this country. Prime ministers will come and go, Swati. India will remain forever. My second point, the Supreme Court Chief Justice has today actually given the Prime Minister a lesson in how to conduct himself in that role. The Supreme Court Chief Justice, Mr. Chandrachud, has said, stop deflecting. There are 6,000 FIRs.
From the legal developments, from the legal developments to what we are witnessing in the parliament, you know, of course, public money is wasted every time there are adjournments, every time the House does not function. But most importantly, the debate on Manipur should happen. Who's stalling the debate still remains a big question. Thanking all our guests on that note. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to our viewers for watching us.